I'm just killing my time, wanting to see you again. Your pretty face, I can say.
Hey there, all my Final Start Fitness peeps. This is Jason Dames. I'm coming at you from Final Start Fitness. And today we're going to be putting together a couple workout sessions that you can take home with you. So if you don't have the gym, you can do these workouts at your house. What these workouts are going to consist of is 6 intervals, 5 sets, and each set is going to be 1 minute apiece. So the 5 sets that we're going to be doing today are stair jumps / box jumps. We're also going to be doing glute bridges, stationary squats, push-ups / planks, and a set of sitting ab twists. The first set beginning with the stair jumps / box jumps. I say that because if you don't have any stairs at home, you can use some sort of box like that we have here. Or if you don't have a box, you can use stairs. One thing to keep in mind, if you, like I said, if you do have injury, we can modify it. Instead of doing jumps, you can actually run up on top of the box like this. So one real quick thing to note though, when you are doing these box jumps, start out at your own pace. It may be a little bit different than mine, but we do want to get your heart rate up. So we want to be able to do this as fast-paced as possible within your own abilities. So what I mean by that is you might just start out nice and slow because you might not have the stability to go fast. So it might just look like this. Sometimes if you're on a stair and you have a rail, that will also help you keep stability so you don't fall. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. It's going to go for 1 minute and we're going to do jumps from the box to the ground. Here we go. Now, if at any time if you get too tired in this, you can change by just doing stair run, running up and down the box. I'd like you to keep going with the jumps if you can at all possible. This is really going to keep your heart rate up. We're at 41 seconds. A minute seems quite long when you're doing these, but you can do it. Push through it. We're at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the second set that we're going to be doing is glute bridges. Now the glute bridges are going to maximize your glutes obviously, but there's a couple key things that you need to note when you're doing these. Let me just give you an example of what it might look like. But basically what you're going to be doing is laying your shoulders up on some sort of bench, or you could use the box like I'm doing right now, or even maybe a chair at home. But one of the things that we want to prevent is having hyperextension of the lower back. And a couple of ways that you can prevent from doing that is if you're looking straight up, it's going to allow you to lead more up from the chest like this first, which is going to make your lower back arch. And that is hyperextension. Just by placing your chin down toward and looking at the wall is going to help keep that spine neutralized, and it's going to keep you from hyperextending. So what it looks like is we want to come all the way down to the bottom of the floor. You want your feet to be about shoulder width apart, and you want to come and squeeze the glutes at the top without extending your lower back. So let me just give you a couple just to give you an idea of what that would look like. Down, and then squeeze at the top. Now they kind of look funny, but you should get a really good burn in your glutes. So we're gonna go ahead and start with this. We're gonna do it for a minute, and if you guys are ready, let's get this started. Let me get my stopwatch fixed, and ready, set, go. Now it's important when you come to the top and you're squeezed at the top at the top, you want to make sure that you can feel them glutes squeezing together. That's going to help you really burn and recruit the muscle fibers in the glutes. We're at 30 seconds. You should start slightly feeling a pretty good burn. Now, if these are too easy for you, you might be able to go ahead and place a weight on your abs. This is gonna give you a little bit more tension. For the beginners, this is fine too. We're at 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one. And stop. So now we're gonna go straight into the stationary squats. Now, the main primary movers that we're gonna be trying to work is our glutes and our hamstrings. The way we do that is we're actually gonna take a sumo squat position, meaning that our legs are gonna be spread out wider. We're actually gonna point our toes out away from us, and we're gonna initiate the movement from our hips, meaning that we're gonna start the initiation of the movement here at the hips. What this is gonna do is predominantly recruit your glutes and your hamstrings, as well as your adductor muscles that are your inner thighs. So I know all of you guys will like that. So let me demonstrate what it's gonna look like. We wanna make sure that's controlled movement. Again, if you've watched my other video about essentials of execution, we don't want any extraneous movement or any type of bouncing or anything of that nature. So a lot of times you see people when they're doing squats, they're just kind of going up and down, and they're not really activating any muscle per se. They might be a little bit, but we really want to target them muscles and execute them and recruit every bit of fiber that we can out of them. So by doing it in a nice controlled movement pattern, it's going to help us to really recruit the muscles. And as we go down to the bottom, we want to make sure we squeeze those glutes and the hamstrings so we can get the best bang for our buck. So let me demonstrate. So we're going to go down nice and slow. We want neutral spine position right here. We want to drive and put most of the weight off of our heels. Okay, we don't want to lean forward and put all the weight in the front of the toes. What that will do is cause us to lean forward and put most of the load on our lower back, which in turn is going to cause injury down the road. So again, neutral spine position. We want the knees to follow the alignment of our toes. And we're going to go down nice and slow and stop at the bottom and squeeze them glutes and them hamstrings. Come right back up. And then at the top, squeeze the glutes together again. So we're gonna get as much squeezing out of the muscles as possible. So we're gonna go down, up, down, squeeze, and up. So let's do that for a minute. Let's do it. Come up, squeeze the glutes together. I know a minute's going to seem like a long time to me.
You came into my life and changed me on the inside.
At the bottom, you can even stop right here. Really get an idea and feel them hamstrings tighten, and then squeeze the bum together all at the same time, and you're gonna feel a massive burn. And then come right back up. Squeeze, up. Remember, it's more important about making the muscle work harder than it is moving from just point A to point B. And that is a minute, folks. All right, so we're moving straight from the stationary squats right into the push-ups / mountain climbers. This is going to be a good one. We're going to be moving every 10 seconds from push-ups straight into the mountain climbers and back and forth. So real quick, a couple of quick things as far as your push-up position. I see a lot of people do that's wrong. A lot of people start with their hands way out here in front of their face. So when they go down, they can only go to about right here, and they're going up like this, and they're not really getting much activation through any muscle because they can't really support that. It's important that just like on a bench press, we have our hands more up here in the midline of our chest, so that way we're actually activating the muscle that we're trying to recruit, which is the chest muscle and the arms and the triceps. So let me show you what it would look like. I have to put them on my knuckles because I have bad wrists, but you want them right in line with your chest. You want your back nice and straight. Now this one you might want to do on your knees as well, because we're doing the push-ups and the mountain climbers. You might not be able, if you can do them on your feet, that's great. If not, feel free to do them on your knees. But again, it's important to have your back nice and straight. We don't want to have your bum way up here, or we don't want an arch back in here. So keep it nice and straight. And so it's going to look like this, and we're going to come down ever so slightly as a control, and right back up. So that's what the push-up's like. And then the mountain climbers, if you're not aware, you're in the same position as the push-up, and you're almost just running and stationary in one spot. Bring your knees right up to your chest, just like so. So we're gonna do that for a minute. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 10 seconds. Move right into mountain climbers. 3, 2, 1. Push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 10 seconds. Straight into mountain climbers. You should start feeling a really good burn. Getting really tired, fatigued. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8. You're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that is push-up mountain climbers. So the last set that we're going to be doing is the sitting ab twist. Now, a couple key things to note about this set is that we're going to be using a set of dumbbells here for my feet. If you don't have any dumbbells to use, you can use, stick your feet underneath the couch. If you have somebody else around that can hold your feet, by all means, find whatever you can do. These are meant to really work your oblique muscles, which are the muscles on the side of your abs. Now the way we do that is, what we want to do is we twist over from one side to the other. What I see a lot of people do when they do this is you want your back to be at a 45-degree angle here, but what a lot of people do is they grab the weight from the side, and mind you, if you don't have a weight, that's okay. If you do, you can use some sort of milk jug or something that may weigh a little bit around the house. But again, what a lot of people do is they'll start with the weight and they're just picking it up and moving it over top of their legs like this, and they're not really engaging their oblique muscles, okay? So again, it's crucial that if you are using a weight, what I like to do is tell people you want to twist all the way to the side and make yourself touch the floor, so that way your whole core turns and actually engages them obliques. So I have them touch each side. You can go from side to side just like this. And you may not have a weight, like I said, and you may not even be capable of doing it with a weight. That's okay. Just start with your hands and just touch each side like this, if that's where you're at. So we're going to do this for a whole minute. Okay.
I know it's just a trend. Hope you come back to me. My heart breaks, it cries for you. Need you now.
20 seconds.
Pull me through. Hear me out. Hear my plea. Need you.
people that want to get abs, you're gonna like these. All right, 45 seconds, 15 more to go.
Frustration is killing me. You're the only one that will hear my plea. My cry.
At 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that's a wrap, folks. So that's the end of our 5 sets. You're gonna repeat that interval 6 times. Just remember, start with wherever you're at. If you can't go a full minute, that's okay. Work your way towards that, and we'll get you where you wanna be. This is Jason Davis with Final Start Fitness. I hope you enjoyed this session.